All right, chat. How we doing? I actually am catching the highlights quickly to the Mallorca game, yeah, because that game happened while I was away, for that week, and I didn't get to watch it. So I just want to keep an eye out and everything. But yeah, we'll discuss the teams uh, in a second. We'll discuss my score predictions and everything. Ultimately, wow, my God, Mbappe missed that. My word. Maybe it's a good thing I missed the one game, you know. I never try and miss a game of football, but maybe it was good I missed this one. That being said, like I was saying, the league I don't really care about. I mean, I do care about, but I mean in the context of this current season, you should have scored that as well, Mbappe. My God, what a useless striker! Pathetic. From the highlights that I'm watching, you should have won us this game at 25 minutes here. Uh, like I said, yeah. So the league is over. We ain't gonna win this league, man. Right now, it's just about getting the league games done, uh, keeping the players, I guess, fit and sharp, especially especially with Bayern coming up again. And if we can get the result there and make a comeback, I guess we just keep using the league games for that. Outside of that, there's nothing to play for in the league. Second place, I don't care about. You know, if you're in first, I don't really care in the league. So yeah, it is what it is, man. Disappointing league campaign. And I wouldn't say it's not expected or it's surprising. We are way too inconsistent. We have way too many poor performances against teams we should be beating, regardless of injuries, regardless of anything. We're just simply not good enough over a course of a 38 game period and a season. Ultimately, we've also got knocked out of other cup competitions, and the Champions League is really the only thing that is there for us to go and try salvage the season. Now, of course, if don't get me wrong, Champions League is the number one trophy. I'd want to win every single season if I could only have one, but even that is hanging on by a thread now. So we're kind of in a very weird point in the season. If we were to get knocked out by Bayern in the coming week, what is the point, you know? What is the point for the remaining games of the season, you know? What, Mbappe wants to fucking stat pad some goals, maybe? Is that the point? Other than that, I don't really see any benefits of the remaining games of the season. And there are still quite a few. It's not like it's 2 or 3. There is still quite a few games left, but yeah, we are coming into the meaningless part of the season. Wait, hold on, yeah? That's a great header from Militao. That's a great headed goal. Why they didn't show me the Mallorca goal? Bruv, they didn't show the Mallorca goal here in the highlights. It just skipped to Militao. It said 1-0. That was what? You know what? Fuck it. Amansky! Hiding, brother. Dobovicher. And then, oh my god, yeah, they did fucking concede right at the end as well. You know, my word. My word. So yeah, that was the Mallorca game just before the Champions League tie. That's Carrasco's fault there as well, you know, my word. Oh, I'm very happy I wasn't at home to watch this game. I'd have lost my shit. It's Mariki again. Oh my word, that's pathetic from Carrasco. Can't fucking mark Mariki. How are you gonna mark Bayern players? Wow, that is shocking. Actually, that is pathetic. But at least now I know the context of that game because, like I said, I did miss it. Anyways, let's go on today's game. Let's go through the team and everything. Let me get the poll up and running as well. When do Bayern play, Amansky? When do Bayern play? It'll be interesting to know how many days rest we each get before we play each other again. Because I think it's quite a good thing that we're playing today. In terms of the Bayern game, I think it's better we play today. Get as many days rest, I guess, before we play you guys as well. So it's a quick turnaround from Bayern to this game, but our league is done. So that doesn't matter. We just kind of use this as a keep the sharpness. Tomorrow, who are they playing? I don't know if you guys will rotate as well. But you guys can rotate anyways. It's not like you guys, your league is pretty wrapped up as well anyways. So I guess it doesn't matter even if we do get that extra day break. Because you guys could just rotate your team quite heavily and be okay. Right, sorry. Let's go through the team. Lunin in goal, Carvajal. So Trent is rested. Asensio is back into the team. And Militao. So those are our centre-back pairing for today. That meaning Rudiger gets a little bit of a rest. And I would like to say Hausen gets a dropping. That's what I would want. Because Militao needs this game for sharpness and just some preparation and fitness. So hopefully Militao can play basically the full game, maybe 80 minutes or so, maybe take him off just in case he gets injured because we will need Militao for Bayern. So yeah, I'm happy about that. Fran Garcia, same thing. I kind of hope Carreras is dropped for the Bayern game. And I hope Fran Garcia has a good game today and again just gets that sharp. Not that he's unsharp, he has been playing some games here and there, but gets in a decent game before Bayern as well. I would like that. Then he's gone for midfield of Valverde, Camavinga, Bellingham, and Brahim Diaz. Although I do think Brahim Diaz could play on the right wing like it has it over there. In preparation, I think, again, this one is in preparation for Bayern. I think that will be our midfield against Bayern as well. With the exception of Goulet. I think Goulet will come back in for Brahim Diaz against Bayern because he was one of our best players on the pitch that day, Goulet. So, yeah, we might need his creativity. And then Mbappe and Vinny, they need the sharpness, they need goals, they need some fucking confidence, and they need to believe that they can come back. And after a shocking performance from the both of them, yeah, they've got to make a little bit of a statement today and take out and dial in that goal scoring today against Girona. So yeah, that's our team. As for Girona's team, Gazaniga in the goal, Martinez, Francis, Reis, Moreno in the back four, Lamar, Martin, and then I couldn't believe when I saw this guy. Maybe I said this last time we faced Girona. I can't remember that watch along, to be fair. But Witzel plays for Girona, and I don't know how many of you guys will know about my boy Witzel, depending on how old you guys are, I guess. But yeah, Axel Witzel, you know, it's one of those streets won't forget type of players. He was nothing crazy special, but he is one of those potential players, I guess I'd say. Oh my god, Fellaini. I was just Googling Witzel and it showed Fellaini. I don't know if you guys will remember Fellaini as well. My word. What's Fellaini doing? Last I remember Fellaini was playing in China or something. How old is Fellaini? 38 years old. He's not as old as I thought. He's younger than Witzel. He does play for China, I think. Well, in the Chinese league. Yeah. All right, Fellaini. Oh, God. I was not done with the team. Go back. Go back to the lineups. And then, how the hell do you say this? Onahi. I hope that's how you say it. Echeverry and Chesanagov. I always fucking did this guy's name. Chesanagov? I can't remember. When I hear the commentator say it, I'll remember it. But yeah, he's of course one of the noteworthy players. I tell you who else is noteworthy. Is he on the bench today? He is not. Wow, what a sad career this man has had since leaving Ajax. Is he injured? Donny van der Beek is injured. Daley Blind is also injured for them. Ter Stegen is also injured. Why? What? Ter Stegen, okay. Yeah, but Donny van der Beek, hey, what a sad situation Donny van der Beek. When went to United, things never started getting going from there, and is absolutely horrible decline of a footballing career. We play against St. Pauli. Amansky says, our bench, Alaba, Chomeni, Goulet, Gonzalo Garcia, Ceballos, Mendy, Housen. Mendy should maybe come. Maybe we give Mendy like the last 10 minutes. Because I would prefer, I forgot about Mendy, I would prefer Mendy to start against Bayern. Give us 90 minutes. If he gets injured, he gets injured, man. But give us those 90 minutes, bro. Give us a good 90 minutes, Mendy, and get injured, bro. It is what it is. We'll see you in the next one. So, yeah, that's the state there. We now in the last 5 games have lost 2, have won 3. Girona have won 2, lost 2, and have drawn 1. If we look at the league table, let's go look for Girona more importantly. They are currently 12th in La Liga, 37 points. If they were to win today, they would actually go up quite a decent amount of places. With other clubs still having to play, of course, but yeah, could go all the way up till 9th. Yeah. Just behind, 1 point behind Getafe and Sociedad. I wouldn't, honestly, I don't know what the goal is necessarily for Girona, but in theory, like a conference league isn't completely out of the question. My poor Real Oviedo side is still rock bottom, 24 points. It's a true shame. When I was manager, we survived relegation my first season. Then we leapfrogged because I have incredible vision and scouting. We leapfrogged all the way to the Champions League. Then we won La Liga and got a statue built after me, and I left. I left for Bayern. Yeah, I left for Bayern. Imagine, that was one of my great football manager saves. It's got a special place in my heart. That save, and it got corrupted sadly, so I couldn't play it anymore. Tragic times. As for us, I mean, look at the 69 points. Barcelona has 76 points, so even a win does absolutely fork and nothing for us. But a win, it should be regardless. That being said, I think Mbappe and Vini need to score a goal today. No exception, so they should get 2. I'd like to see a clean sheet because we're going to have to try keep a clean sheet as well against Bayern. Oh my god, what the referees wearing retro kits? Hold on, let me unmute this. Yeah. Oh my word. Is it a retro day? How come we never do retro things, bro? It's a retro weekend in La Liga and we never get involved, bro. Ah, man. Looking good. Oh, they do the graphics like retro as well. Look at that. I like that, They're doing the graphics like it's retro as well. Ah, the nostalgia. Look at it. I like that. So yeah, I'm gonna go 2-0. Honestly, I don't want to expect even more from this team because I know I'll ultimately be let down. So 2-0 already is I would say is a little bit positive thinking, sadly, for our Real Madrid side. I do not trust these bastards. Let's see. Oh, Bellingham. I want Bellingham to have a good game as well today. I want Bellingham to have a good game. I want Militao to not get injured. Camavinga is such a weird one, Because I know we want him out at this point, kind of. He's stagnated. He's injury prone. He's not developed. I'm not denying that he can have that good game because he can. But recently, he's been so disappointing. Oh shit, I need to get the timer. Alright, up and running. So yeah, let's just see how Camavinga is as well. Oh my god, the whole score thing is also nice and retro. You know how much success I think a Premier League retro weekend could be as well if they did it. Oh, I love it. I'm loving it. I'm loving the scoreboard there on the left. I'm loving the little graphics here. It's all retro. Nice. I like it. I think Premier League need to do one. Bring back the prime Barclays. What a time to watch football that was. Now they went from that to the worst Premier League season I have ever witnessed in my life. It was the most disgusting brand of pragmatic, negative, fucking 8th division football tactics there. It was low quality all around. Buying the retro kits and Oktoberfest kits. October is when's Halloween? It's Halloween November. I don't know if there's a significance for the October thing. Bayern's got some nice retro kits though. What I actually would like is what happened to that kit actually? What happened to our retro white and purple? Or is that just like a training day, or is that just like a shirt we released to? No, wait, I can't remember. We did something like that and it was quite nice. But yeah, Real Madrid they don't like doing the retro things, you know. They don't do the retro thing. And the other thing they don't do. I mean, it's you know, it's part of why I like them, but sometimes it's a little bit harsh. The ruthlessness about how we also treat the club legends and stuff, like, you know, small things, like, you know, on social media. Not that, like I said, in the bigger picture, not that it really matters, but they won't really make special posts for anyone unless you're a current Real Madrid player. They don't give a fuck. No, you won't get no recognition really. Not Halloween. Cross comes in straight to the keeper. The Girona kit looks so much like Atletico Madrid. Because you think you're playing Atletico Madrid. I think 31st of October is Halloween. Oktoberfest is a drinking. Oh yeah. Is there a name for that? Because I know that's a thing. And it'll be on my list. On my list of things I would like to experience one day. Going to Germany for that festival, I think, would be an absolute ball. Now, how I get treated, I cannot tell you. And to be honest, I don't have any. It's not like I have anyone that have asked or has told me how the experience has been as a foreigner. But in my head, it sounds like the one of the best times I could have. Yes, the name is October. Oh, it's literally called October. Okay. Man, I'd love to go. Does it spread to like Slovenia and stuff, Amanski? I don't know. Dun, 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 dun. I'm just looking at the world map, right? So there's Slovenia there. Slovenia is separated by Austria and then Germany there. No, but you got Slovenians there every year. Yeah, make sure. Have you ever went to Mansky? Have you ever experienced it and have gone there yourself? Good little one touch passes here. I like seeing that, and then Mbappe ruined it. Nice one. Nice one, Kylian. Nice one. No, not yet. Could be. Actually, no. I'm not suggesting Amansky goes for this. You know, it could actually turn out quite, but we might never hear from Amansky again. I take it back. Don't go. Stay at home. I'm just gonna read in the newspaper. Man found in a, what do they call it? A keg. Man found in a keg, in a wooden keg of German's finest. What a ball over the top. Bad touch. Not bad touch, actually. It was a hard chance to convert, is what I kind of meant, but it was not bad. No, they don't have enough beers for me. I'm gonna try have a couple of beers tomorrow. after paddle. Yeah, so there might not be a stream tomorrow. If there is going to be a stream tomorrow, it's going to be Monster Hunters. I was just telling chat towards the end of today's stream, Amansky, so there might be a Monster Hunter stream tomorrow. I'll be leaving in the morning to go for paddle, then have some lunch, watch the Arsenal game, because our one friend is an Arsenal supporter, sadly, and then we have another paddle game. But I would like to come home and stream Monster Hunter. It's what I would like to do. I would like to come home and stream Monster Hunter if I am alive. And then Sunday, I don't know if I don't know if I'm gonna do the 2 games or if I'm gonna do a watch along and a game. That I still need to decide. I don't know how badly do I want to watch City Chelsea. You know, that's the real question. I tell you what, it will really depend on this Arsenal game tomorrow. If Arsenal somehow fumble tomorrow, oh, that does make that City game that ever but more interesting for me to watch then, because it's a big cut down. So yeah, let's see. Depending on how Arsenal play tomorrow, maybe it'll help my decision making. They're drinking that week's so much beer we produce in Slovenia. Yeah. Let's see. Actually, I'm pretty sure of a stat. Let me see. Good job, Militao, running that just out there. Oh, here we go. Go on, Brian Diaz. Got it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Between Mbappe and Vinny, they are so fucking brain dead when it comes to just making off the ball runs, bro. Like, my God, we are crying out for an actual striker or someone who will teach these guys how to make those type of runs. You know. I would. Ooh, Bellingham shot blocked. Girona get away with it for now. All right, here we go. I wanted to find this list. Here we go. Wait, what's it 2022? It hasn't really, by the look of these other lists, I was just double checking these other lists. It seems like the same countries rank in the same type of position. So yeah, the countries that seem to consume the most amount of alcohol. I think this is done liters per year. But anyways, that's counter. Low key. Come on. Brahim Diaz. What a ball! Oh. Oh, that is annoying. That was such a good ball. I'll tell you guys the countries now, but hold on. We're still on the attack. Okay, I'm gonna read you the list now, Mansky. I just want this attack to be done. Militao, Asensio. Someone's gotta do something, yeah. Brahim Diaz. Oh, fantastic! Oh! Offside. It was wide anyways. That would have been such a great goal. I wanted it to be Bellingham there. Better. Played good there. So yeah, number 1. Countries that consume the most amount of alcohol, liters by year. Romania. Georgia, number 2. Latvia, 3. Moldova, 4. Czechia, 5. I'm not going to keep count now. Lithuania, Namibia, Poland, Austria, Bulgaria, Belarus, St. Lucia, Seychelles. I mean, I feel like this is a holiday thing there. Hungary, Germany, France, Australia, Portugal, Andorra, Spain, Slovakia, UK, Slovenia, Croatia, Luxembourg, Vietnam, Russia, Ireland, Estonia, Canada, Denmark, States, Sweden, Finland. Oh, South Africa. Well, South Africa is a little bit further down. Well, this was in 2022. South Africa has 7.8 liters per year. Slovenia, where's Slovenia? Yeah? Slovenia has 10.9. Number 1 was Romania, 17.1. Yo. Here's Vinny. Oh, nice little ball. Tell you what, we are recreating some, not chances. We are getting in some good areas to create chances, rather. And Brahim Diaz is kind of the orchestrator of it at the moment. It would be nice if you guys did this against Bayern. Oh, good idea from Militao. Why can't we? We need to play like this against Bayern, We need to go for it, bruv. Hopefully this is in some preparation. You would like to think it's in preparation for Bayern, because yeah, we're attacking creatively. Let's say that. Don't want to say attacking well, because we haven't done anything, but creatively it's looking good. In Europe, we like to drink gay, so I'm telling you, some African countries drink big time as well, yeah. Oh my god, what a save, Lunin. That would have been a banger goal as well. It's always us, Why are we always trying to concede screamers? That would have flied into the top corner. You're lucky not to be down, that's what I'm saying. Good save there. Actually, it looks... I mean, he should be saving this, Lunin. It wasn't as bad as it looked on initial looking. Okay. The La Liga production team has just capitulated. I don't know what's happening, chat. I'm guessing, I don't think it's Wi-Fi. I think La Liga is literally broken on the DSTV. Yeah. Fantastic. Well, I don't know what's happening. Are they showing this game on another channel that I can try? Yeah, they are. Let's see this one. Spanish commentary. Let's go. Vamos. This one is working. The main channel is broken. You're getting a new internet provider? I am. I don't know when they're coming though. They said it will take. They're gonna get the router and sort everything out admin wise that side, and then once they get the router and they placed, well, the order is placed, it's confirmed. But when they coming to install the line and everything, I don't know. Cost more? It does. It does cost more. It does cost more. Belly. Nope. I would like to say we're playing well, but then again, this is against Girona, so I don't want to take that card. We need it, but it's not buying. You know what I'm saying? It's not buying. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yes, it does cost more. It is a lot faster as well. Not that I really needed that too much. I mean, my Wi-Fi currently, my Wi-Fi speed currently is great. You know, it's great. Well, if it'll work, then you'll survive. True. I mean, it's not just me who needs it. I mean, mom, my mom also works from home and stuff, so she needs some Wi-Fi as well. Not like she can't go to work. She just likes working from home. She could just go to work every day, you know, like how she used to do before COVID and everything. But that home work life is too nice. So yeah, it's essential though. It's just like, you know, everyone needs reliable internet now. Come on, it's essential for everybody. So yeah, I just hope it works out well. You know, people in my area and stuff. What I will say, the provider is not necessarily the problem. What the problem is in our area is the line itself underground. So there's two lines underground. There's the one that I have been using, and there's another one that was installed like maybe a month after the initial one came. So when fiber first came to my area, obviously I just went with that line because that was the only line at the time. So now there's two lines that are available. And the people in the area who are using the other line, from their experience, they've said they've never really had any problems. Downtime is like not that bad. They said maybe once it was down for, in the last 2 years, it was down for like 9 hours at max. They say sometimes it goes down for like 30 minutes or an hour at most, but never like an outage like, you know, how it is when I'm AFK or when I have internet problems. So they say it's never that bad. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a try. Everyone has a couple of different internet service providers, but what matters is the line, because they are only, you still have to use either the line underground that I'm using right now or the other one. The internet service provider itself, I don't think has ever been a problem. Everyone has so many different ones, and that never seems to be the issue. It always seems to be a physical line problem, and from the underground one. So yeah, hopefully now that I switch, it'll be better. Vinicius! Oh, I thought he was gonna shoot. Never gonna beat the keeper like that, though. Yes, I understand. Yeah. So let's hope. Let's hope and pray, chat. Also, the current like internet package that I have now, it is such a pain in the ass to cancel. It is awful to cancel with them. It's a whole fucking stupid process, and like at least with the new providers and stuff, it's not gonna be like that. So if worst case, if we're not happy, it's a lot easier to cancel and try switch again, less hassle. Whereas the one now is like, oh my god, painful. And because it was the whole, it's not like it's just my house that's affected. The whole area, um, where I stay is affected. So, they're basically losing all their customers. Girona having a good spell of possession at the moment. Should I see if the main channel's back up? Let's see if the main channel's back up. Yeah. The main channel is back up. Let's go. Vibes. Brahim Diaz. Run. Vinny, very deep from the left though. Ooh, not bad. Oof. It's difficult for Carval to keep control of there. Go on, Unk. You probably shouldn't be lifting your leg that high at that age, you know. After stream today, I also so I went back to play some NBA of my player career and stuff. I'm loving it, you know. I'm absolutely loving it. I got drafted to the Oh, so in case you guys didn't know how the NBA 2K 26 story goes, whatever. The route for your player and your character to get to the NBA is well, I say different. I haven't played it. I speak like I've played all the other NBAs before it. I have not. Um, but to me, the route to getting to the NBA was different, and I kind of liked it because it seemed like we were a lot older to start. Like it seemed like we missed a year of that journey to become a NBA player. Hold that thought. Vinny, good little slip in. He's gonna have to cut back. Okay, skip the ball, Brahim. I'll continue my story now. Brahim. Oh, Bellingham's touch just wide. If you type in Google Roja Direct, you can watch game. For what team you playing? I'm playing for the Brooklyn Nets. Which is quite ironic because our dad in the story mode is a chef or whatever, but I think he started like his culinary career by leaving his hometown to go to New York. It was a big step, and just I thought it was quite poetic how I got drafted to the Brooklyn Nets, because you can get randomly selected in the draft like normal, or you can try go do a workshop and try get to a team that you actually want to choose and go for. It's not guaranteed though. So yeah, but like I was saying, the journey to the NBA was different. You start a lot later, small town. The guy's ego is ridiculous, by the way. Like it's a bit too egotistical, and for my liking. Maybe this is where I'm getting old now. Maybe that's why I'm getting old, because obviously this guy's still a youngster, and maybe this is the new generation of youngsters. But whenever I hear him open his mouth, I just want to punch him in the face. I just want to punch him in the face, man. I'm just like, it's just shut up. He's so annoying. But he's getting better. He's getting better now. And what made him better was that, shot just wide for Girona, was that because when we were in the open league and stuff, and we missed one game because we were late, so naturally it was a bad reflection on our reputation. Our agent decided to send us where? Europe, which I like, because I know the European basketball scene is getting bigger and more established. I mean, we've gotten how many professional players and big, good basketball players have we gotten from European leagues and stuff now as well. I mean, Doncic is one of them. He's one of them, and he's not just a basic or NBA professional. He is an MVP. He was the best player. So they are developing, and they are definitely getting better. So I found it interesting. Our agent said, "Let's send me to Europe," since he thought it was our best shot, because we were so much older than a lot of the other youngsters, and the collegiate program and stuff. It just wasn't looking good. Our rank was so low and stuff, but they were like, you know what? There's European teams that need a player like you, and you can fill those gaps or whatever. So go to Europe, play professional men basketball, develop, and there was two options. What position you play? Point guard. I play point guard. I like shooting guard. Shooting guard was my position back in school. I used to play shooting guard. My coaches tried making me into a point guard, though. I didn't have the handles. I'll be honest with you. I never had the handles, nor the confidence. Like I said, back in school, version of me was so much less confident, less certain about things. I only really, good steal from Vinny, and then he ruined it. Nice. I only really got better afterwards when I played not privately, but what's the word? Outside of school. But yeah, anyways, so usually I do shooting guard. Shooting guard was my actual position in school and stuff when I played real life. I can play point guard. Prefer not to though. But yeah, I just played point guard in the game. I wanted something different in my NBA player. Eurobasket is more intense, and yeah, we play deep. Yeah, that's for sure. So in the story and stuff of the 2K game, There's much more emphasis, which is just how European sporting is in general, though, as well. It's like it's a lot more technical. It's a lot more, what's the word? Intense, you said. But like, I'm not saying the NBA is not physical in that regard, but it seems like there's a little bit more of a physicality aspect in the European one. On my first day there, like I said, you could sign for PSG. You could sign for PSG's basketball team, or you could sign for the Madrid one. Now, of course, I went for the Madrid one. Why would I say no to the Madrid one? We ended up winning the equivalent to the Champions League in basketball terms. I forgot what it's called. What's it called? Forgot what the cup is called. But yeah, we won that with Madrid or whatever. And like, it shows like that that whole first year as a professional baller in Europe. You go there, start that big I think he's Slovakian. Big Slovakian guy. Just absolutely floors me down. Oh, Vinny! Oh, that was magical. There's just sadly too many defenders to get past after his cut two there. So he absolutely floored me in the training. But they pushed me hard. Our coach and the Real Madrid team was basically conditioning. Fitness. You need to be absolutely up and down. And basketball, what a save! Oh, what a save! It was a good shot from Valverde. A little bit different to his normal shots, because it looks like he was kind of dipping and curling into the far side. Oh, what a save. EuroLeague? The cup itself was called something different. I don't know if they call it different because of rights or something, but I would assume they have some rights. It wasn't called EuroLeague, though. Bellingham, well done, quick feet. Oh, man. How are we not winning this game, bro? You know how many good chances we've created? I can't believe we're not winning this game. If this was against Bayern, I'd be crying. Because how many chances do you guys want? Fuck. But yeah, anyway, so it was about conditioning, discipline, teamwork. They don't want you to do, because, NBA is very flashy. It's very, fucking show what you've got. Very, there's a word for it. Expressive. Express yourself, And Europe, it's you know how it is. We're not here for the flashy or the magic. No. Team, unity, and you win. So yeah, it was tough. That, by the way, that Barcelona team in the NBA game, there was the one guy. I forgot his name on the Barcelona team. But that one guy was ridiculous. He was moving like the greatest basketball player I've ever seen. My guy was hitting threes from every fucking 3-point shot that guy put up. It just dropped. Then he was driving in. He was dunking. My guy was single-handedly, and you're not allowed to progress in the story mode until you beat that Barcelona side. And that guy was single-handedly fucking making I spent an hour. I feel like I spent an hour trying to beat that damn side because of this one guy in that team that he was hitting everything. Every fucking layup, shot, dunk, 3-point. It was ridiculous. Ironically, the Barcelona basketball team, I think the Barcelona fans would appreciate how they play basketball as well, because it's just so quick. Pass, touch, run, movement, constant. Everything's constantly moving, passing, moving around. 3-point shots from everywhere. People are open all the time. It was fluid basketball that they were playing. It was good to watch. Horrible to play against, though, because the Real Madrid side was so structured. Like, it was so rigid playing at the Madrid side in the game. Well, at least for me in my experience. So, but I enjoyed it. Hey, man, we got it. That's like the Champions League. Yeah. But we do have more leagues inside Europe, but Madrid playing in the EuroLeague. Yeah, so in the final of... Yeah, like I said, for some reason, I don't remember. I feel like I would remember in the game. Maybe it was the EuroLeague, but they called it something different in the game. I don't know. I don't know enough about it, to be fair. But I don't remember it saying we won the EuroLeague. I remember a different name for some reason. We played Istanbul in the final. Yeah, I think we played Istanbul in the final. But yeah, it was great. And then after Spain, like I said, so we were mocked to be picked up in the second round of the draft, early second round, I think, of the draft, which kind of it sounds bad because when you think NBA draft, especially as a youth or a young prospect player getting into the NBA, you'd want to be early picks. You want to be early picks because that's like the sign of, oh wow, that's the rookie, or that's the one to watch for the future or whatever, right? But our agent was basically like, hey, listen, it's not a bad thing because if you early second round, that means you still have that kind of power. It's like you could maybe try to speak to some team, see if you can get a decision. You kind of it's kind of like it's the first choice of the next round, essentially, basically what it was. So, but I like the fact that in this story mode, it was like you weren't necessarily trying to be that little fucking piece of shit, that young baller, like, oh, I'm flashy. I mean, this guy does have a massive ego. I can't lie. This guy still has it. I mean, you need an ego. Don't get me wrong. You need an ego. But my God, this one is sickening. I don't know what it is about it, but this one is sickening. This guy. But yeah, it's not about that being number one in high school and collegiate basketball. When he shot straight to the keeper again at the near post. It wasn't about that. It wasn't about getting picked up in the first draft. And I think it's also mainly because we missed that 1 year. Like I said, we missed that 1 year in the story compared to when we usually start our NBA journey. So that was nice. I'm a big fan of it, and I was very interested to see it. I don't know if the game has a women's equivalent. I know the women's basketball league is in the game, and you can do like your play career as a woman one. Because I tell you, if there was like a story or something to follow, I'd love to play that and see how they did that or how different it could be perceived or whatever. So yeah, like I said, I know the actual NBA fan base and players will probably complain about how the like game mechanics and game play in itself. But one thing I'll always give to 2K with the NBA games, I just feel like when it comes to immersion and living that lifestyle and being into that sport and into that life, they hit it nail on the head, money in the bank every single time. EA has never ever done that in any FIFA game. Konami, even in PES, they have no one in a football sense. No one has ever been able to create that level of detail, immersion, and feeling that I get when I play NBA 2K in a career mode. But that's why I like Football Manager at the end of the day. Football Manager is much more of the not the flash stuff, but I'm just saying you get more of the real feel. Very real. It's that super realistic. You're doing everything, but yeah, 2K makes it flashy. Mbappe, well done. What? Referee, come on. There was nothing wrong there, surely. Bellingham, ooh. Relax a little bit, brother. I think the referee's got it wrong. Madrid is third in EuroLeague standings at the moment. Bayern 13 and out of playoffs. I don't even know. I know Madrid because I know our main account, our main football account and social always they do post about the basketball team, and the success. So I know they're pretty decent. Our basketball, our actual basketball team, but I don't know. I don't know who else is good in European basketball. Let me put it that way. I know like very little about it. I don't keep up to date with NBA either. Like I said, only because of the time. I can't. I can't. I really wish I could, but I can't. What I also liked is when you load up NBA there for the first time or whatever. I think they show you. Well, they show you like your that guy. They call him MP in the game, so they show MP, with another player and stuff. And then it's like he picks his top 5 side with him in the team. So I think you pick 4 players. So yeah, he picks his team. He picked one of the Prime Shaqs, one of the Prime Jordans. Can't remember who else he picked, but I remember those two. And then we picked ours. I picked Harden, Steph, LeBron, and Doncic. Oh, what a team that was. It was great. I had a great time. I had a great time. I was like, I'm not going to go for position. I'm just going to pick in my head the players that I rate and I love the most. So let me just go with this. Prime Harden, Prime Steph, Prime LeBron, Prime Doncic. LeBron is one. I mean, you can't hate LeBron. Come on. You can't hate on LeBron, man. He's done too much. He's achieved too much. But I was happy. James Harden was one of my probably. Oh, glove! Oh my god, man! We need to score. How many chances? I mean, this one is the Sensio, but god damn! How many chances do we need? Oh, that shot was so bad. This is why he's a defender, though. Oh god, that shot was so bad. My word. I think Amonski could have gotten closer to the goal than that. My god. You ruined the NBA. LeBron. They didn't have Kobe. Oh, the other guy picked Kobe, I think. Wait, actually, was Kobe in? No, he must have been there. Because I would have picked Kobe if the other guy didn't pick Kobe at the beginning of as soon as you launched the game. Well, Fran Garcia does get an elbow to the side of the head there. Who's your... If you had to pick 5 players, Amonski, who is bleeding from the side of the head, Fran Garcia. Ouch. This could be quite a lengthy pause. I feel like medical staff should come on quick. Like, guys, this is a head injury and he's bleeding. Where's the medical team? But yeah, like I said, if you pick 5, give me 5. You don't have to pick a team. So it could be 5 point guards for like here. But give me 5. 5 players that you'd want. MJ, like it's not like I get to watch basketball. No, I watch basketball and I was definitely not in the time period to watch MJ. I know MJ is definitely considered the GOAT. But yeah, that's the only reason why I can't say MJ because like I don't know, I don't know. But yeah, MJ of course is on. I'd say probably everybody's list. My 5 wouldn't be considered. I would say, that like if people if we get actual NBA or basketball followers or fans, it would not be. My 5 would not be considered great or like anything. There'd be great players in there. I just don't know if overall they'd be considered better than other people's lists. Because I picked mine mainly on favoritism. MJ, Kobe, Duncan, my eyes, Ginobili, and Doncic. Yeah. I don't know Duncan, and I don't know Ginobili. But my 5 would definitely be. I mean, James Harden for me it was one of my favorites. He's like honestly, when I started playing basketball, I loved James Harden. I wore James Harden's number. Played my position. I gotta use. Where's my Rockets bag? I don't even have it. My Rockets bag is over that side. Oh, that corner literally fell on his lap. How are we winning this game, man? I know I'm taking it a little bit more relaxed because ultimately the league doesn't matter to me, and we just got Bayern. This is more of a fitness game for Bayern. But my God, it should be 10-0. But yeah, James Harden, I love him. It's just a personal favorite. Personal favorite. Steph, because again, one of my strengths was 3-point shooting. And when it comes to 3-point shooting and point guarding in general, I would still argue, I'd give the argument where the Steph is a lot better than other people's favorites, such as LeBron, but I'm gonna say it quietly. But this has to be one. What the fuck? Somebody check this goal. There's some voodoo magic in this Girona goal at the moment, because how has this ball not ended up in the back of the net? What the fuck? Everybody's onside. Flicked. What? Oh. But yeah, Harden, Steph, LeBron, those are definitely three for me. Doncic, I feel like I'm saying it, but it's very recency, and that's because I also like Doncic and he's a Real Madrid boy, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of bias behind Doncic as well. But that's why I said, like, again, I'd love to have Doncic in the 5. And then Kobe, yeah, probably Kobe. Yeah, probably Kobe. I think get Kobe, Harden, Steph, LeBron, Doncic, Kobe. I feel like I'm forgetting someone other than the obvious MJ. I mean, come on. But I say I'm not counting MJ. I'm not counting. There's Shaq, but I wouldn't put Shaq. I wouldn't put Shaq there. Really, I can't lie. I used to like Kyrie. I really did used to like Kyrie, but not to that level of likeness. Then what's that guy's name? This guy I really don't like, but that's because the more I see of him as a person or outside of the court, I really don't like him. What's his name? What's his name? Killing me. Durant. That's it. I don't like Durant. Off the court, I really don't like Durant. I respect he's a good player, but I don't like him. Oh, Witzel nearly scoring an own goal for us. Nearly scoring an own goal. Yeah, serving as a top player. Yeah. I used to love Kyrie. But my point guard will always and forever be Steph. It'll always and forever be Steph, and it ain't even close for me. It will never be close. On the court, off the court, Steph Curry. Special. If we concede you, okay, thank God. It was wide. This Real Madrid team is pissing me off now. I should have been having a nice basketball conversation with football on the side today while my Real Madrid team is cooking and I don't have to focus or anything because we should be winning this game 10-0. Thought I would have a nice, relaxed Friday Real Madrid watch along today. And because it's meaningless to me, so I'm not as angry or as pissed off. But it's still annoying to watch them do this. You don't like Steph Amansky? Or do you like Steph? Oh, sorry, I didn't read your other messages. Yeah. They played for San Antonio and won multiple titles. Nowitzki. Are you talking about Nowitzki in your top 5? Let me just see. Oh, wait, I need to scroll up here. Greece, Spanish, Turkish clubs are always at the top. Yeah, no, I didn't read that. I just want to make sure I read everything you sent. I read your top 5. Nowitzki, that name looks familiar. You like Steph? Yeah. Steph is a ball. You know the one thing I love about basketball. The one thing I love about basketball is that when you think about the word ball, I know we use baller in football as well. But I think ball, in basketball, when you hear a ball in basketball, my God, like basketball when it comes to halftime. Let's pause the timer. Halftime 0-0, and we should be winning 10-0. I'll get into my brief halftime breakdown in just a second. But I was saying, when it comes to basketball, that word ball. When it comes to the sport, when it's the flashiness, the way the players can really express themselves. And don't get me wrong, basketball is still very technical. There's still a lot of work and teamwork and discipline you still need. As in like football. Football, modern day football lacks so much. Well, lacks 99% of footballers aren't expressive. They aren't what they used to be. Now, Ronaldinho is a very special case, but I'm going to use him as an example. Or even a Neymar. Ronaldinho, your Neymars, your Vinny's. These high level of expressive, skillful players, Pep Guardiola hates them all. Hates them all. And that's what's really missing at the sport. Even other players who are not as skillful, but they did and tried things that modern players are so shit scared of doing, and that they don't even coach kids these days, or even try get maybe kids these days to do it, because the football has become like that. I know, like when you think about a Rooney rocket shot or Paul Scholes rocket shot or things like that. That's why Valverde long range is so special at times, because just like players just don't do it anymore. But when it comes to basketball, that's what I'm saying. Taking it back to the basketball thing, it's so good to watch. And when players are cooking or when they're feeling it, my word, it is so flashy. It is so extravagant as a sport. And I know time wise it's not as long as other sports in terms of like matches or whatever, but and I know there's like lots of substitution quarters, so there's a lot of breaks. But don't get me wrong, when you are playing for those 12 minutes in a quarter or whatever, and the amount of time you are just constantly sprinting up and down. I remember playing even like just at school and stuff. My word, basketball was demanding. It was demanding for me. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just the constant. Like I know when you play active football, full size pitch, 90 minutes. It's I'm not trying to hate on. I'm not trying to say that our beautiful sport, our main sport, is anything but the number one. But sometimes when I see that argument, people making fun of the basketball players, I'm like, lads, listen. When I was playing basketball, when you fucking up and down that court every single second, you are finished. You are knackered. It is hectic. So I think basketball, just even that, like it can get a bit ugly, because it's like you're always on someone. You're always trying to beat someone, and then like physicality again. When you're driving for the layout or something, you constantly clashing, bam, buck, and someone will go for a block, they smack your face or something on the way down. It happens. It's rough out there. It can get rough out there. So basketball is that's why I like it. That's why when it comes to American sports, I don't give a fuck, and I will not respect any other American sports really. But basketball, I give it to them. It's a good sport. It's a tremendous sport. I can get behind basketball. I can advocate for basketball. Everything else, I don't give a fuck. It's all shit. But fair enough. Basketball, I give it to you. I give it to them. Everything else is just knockoffs of other much better sports in anyways, But yeah. I like it. And that's something. It's nice to see like I know it's only really Europe, I guess, but the European League or whatever is getting better there. What time do they show? I want it's probably not big enough to show it here in South Africa now that I'm thinking about it, but surely those are shown at a better time. Because if I don't know what time the European Basketball League games or whatever stuff are, But if that was actually at a more consumable or watchable time, I would probably get into it like that then. I'd love to watch Real Madrid's basketball team, for example, and keep up to date. That'd be great. But I don't think they show it yet. We have what? Let me check. Yeah, while it's halftime, yeah, I can check. Let me look at the other sports channels. Ah, shit, they don't have the names. Yeah. Um. Oh, I was watching the Masters as well, chat, before the Madrid game. I was watching the Masters. I looked at Bryson's score. I saw plus. I think it was plus 5 or 6. I said, TV off. I said, TV off. I looked at Bryson's score. I'm like, brother, what's happened? Because Bryson is my favorite. Bryson is my favorite on the tours or in general. He's my favorite golfer. Not saying that I don't like the others, but because of Bryson's personality and what he does for golf, and even someone like me, where I used to hate golf. I used to be so against golf. But my oh my, maybe there's always that thing, when you reach a certain age, or when you maybe give it a chance, or when you get into it, it becomes so addictive. I'm in it. So yeah, I saw Bryson score. I said, TV off. I couldn't do it. I was like, let me go make my coffee and get ready for Madrid. Okay, here's NBA. NBA today. Let's see what's going on. Type right direct and go and see if you can watch basket. I wonder if it might be country restricted though, Amansi, because we have something like that. But oh yeah, I must actually check. Maybe they show some basketball. Nah, I highly doubt it, because that's see yeah. Not not really, no. Okay, let's see. So we have a basketball channel, like I said, or it might just be an American channel. To be fair, hey, yo, this is ESPN 2. Hey, sure, where's one then? NBA action. Oh my god, this channel shows that Australian rugby thingy pop. AFL. That's what it's called. Let's see. Is there any basketball today? I ain't watching it in AFL, man. Fuck that shit. NBA action? No, that's not a game. I'm just trying to see if there's. Oh, but today's Friday. Why would they be Friday games? I guess I say that like I know what's happening. Hey, it shows baseball as well. There you go. I need to come check this channel more often. Oh, I need a schedule. You know what I need? I need a schedule. I need like notifications to do it properly. Okay, well, there's obviously nothing on today. Is there another? Let's see this channel. Yeah, this is the main ESPN. My ears. The main ESPN thing here. NBL today, not NBL. NBA today. See, I'm seeing lots of the NBA stuff, but I'm not seeing any of the European basketball stuff. Since when did this channel show the Saudi League? Where the fuck? I did not know this channel shows the Saudi League. Or it does show some of. Oh my god, it shows the fucking Turkish League. Or something about the Turkish League. And the Championship. Championship does get showed. Yeah, football got my country on a fucking chokehold, for real. The fact that we got, you know how many Premier League channels we got basically? No, I didn't do it. all of this on a Premier League weekend becomes Premier League channels. There's like 10 because they show every single Premier League game. Without a doubt, you will watch every single Premier League game. And there's one for motorsport, there's one for the golf. And at times when there's bigger games or whatever, and if they need extra channels, they will take over the other channels and show the other things. But yeah, I'm not seeing any European. I'm not seeing any European basketball on our in our country's thingamabobs. Only the NBA stuff. My ears, bro. My ears. EuroLeague is usually like Champions League days. They don't play on Fridays. Yeah, of course they wouldn't. Let's see, right? When I don't even know when season stuff is working and what's happening. Hold on. Let's see. NBA fixtures, right? Let's just see. Let's see the table actually quick. Pistons for the eastern side. Pistons are 58. Wait, what? 58. Oh, many games. Teams. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm just so I would like to get more involved and more informed about the NBA in general. But let me just see something here. Each NBA team plays 82 regular season games per season. 82. What? That is madness. 82 games. I'm paying 10 euros to watch LA. What's LA? You meant La Liga? You mean LA Lakers? What do you mean? So yeah, in the Eastern Conference, Pistons are at top currently. Not that it matters because you go playoffs, and then obviously if you knock out teams from it, it doesn't. I don't really. I mean, you get a trophy for winning the league, your conference league. I'm sure you do, if I remember correctly. I think you do get a trophy for that. But the playoffs and qualification after that's like the bigger deal. Too many games. That's why most games are boring. Yeah, it's also true. There's a lot of games. So the Eastern Conference: Pistons, Celtics, Knicks, Cavaliers, Raptors, Hawks, Magic, 76ers, Hornets, Miami Heat, Bucks, Bulls, Nets are 13th. That's where I am in my career. Pacers and the Wizards. I wanted to go to the Wizards because apparently the Wizards have the weakest point guard in the NBA. Apparently, I don't know. No disrespect to my boy, whoever's point guard for the Wizards, but that's what Google told me. So don't hate me. Yes, the LA Lakers. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Western Conference. We got Thunder, Spurs. The only thing I know about Spurs is that Selena Gomez supports the Spurs. Nuggets, LA Lakers, Rockets, Timberwolves, Suns, Clippers, Trailblazers. Wow, Warriors is 10th. My word. Pelicans, Grizzlies, Mavericks, Kings, and then the Jazz has been struggling for how long? I feel like Jazz has been struggling for many seasons, guys. Am I wrong? And Jazz was once the top dogs. So yeah, NBA fixtures. So tomorrow we got, look at this, 1 o'clock in the morning. 1 o'clock in the, it's not so bad actually. I could. Plus, how long is 12 minutes? No, but all the ad breaks in between because it's Americans. Oh my word, yeah, that's what takes long. Because 12 times 4 is 48. 48 minutes in actual game play is not bad. That's a half of football. So that itself is not bad. But when you add the American TV breaks and the timeouts and everything, I guess it could become long. Because I'm thinking if I were to wake up 1 o'clock, it's so hard to keep it like yo. It's hard to keep up with the Wizards, Heat, Hornets, Pistons, Hawks, Cavaliers. That could be nice. Knicks, Raptors. Oh, that could be also nice. Bulls, Magic, Celtic, Pelicans, Bucks, Nets, Spurs, Mavericks, Nuggets, Thunder, Jazz, Grizzlies. And then they play again on Monday, see? And then they play on Monday again. Lakers and Suns is 4:30. You see that? That's that shit. That's the shit I can't do, man. 4:30. No ways. This year, EuroLeague basketball fixtures. This year. Let's look at that table. Olympiacos, number 1. Valencia Basket, number 2. Real Madrid, number 3. See how my institutions it's got to be my institution. This brand has got to be competitive in every department. It's just how it is. It's in our DNA. I have no clue how this works. So there's 20 teams in this league that I'm watching in the Euro League. Yeah, that I'm seeing rather. Actually, there's some games going on now. Hey, there's games going on now, chat. Bologna, Baskonia. Don't know who the fuck these guys. Don't know who the fuck that guy is. Yeah, I don't know any of these guys. But there are some games going on now. When Real Madrid playing? Thursday, 16th of April at... You see, this is a good time. Thursday, 16th of April at 9:15. Now, I need to put a reminder to just go see if they show it on TV. I highly doubt they show it on TV. Because I genuinely don't think there's that much interest here in South Africa for it. But by some miracle, if they did show that on the NBA channels or something, at the very least, what I could try to do is just watch my own team. I could just watch Real Madrid and try, just try follow it in and see if I, if that addiction can hit me harder than where it is at the moment. But yeah. Anyways, the main Real Madrid is coming out onto the pitch. Where the hell is Girona? We are out early. We are out at the half early. Yeah, just quick summary as well, just back to the football. Because believe it or not, this is a football watch-along. I know I've been talking a lot about basketball. But you can't blame Real Madrid's season is hanging on by a thread and nothing else matters. Right? This is a meaningless game for us. That half, we should have put this game to bed. It's a positive thing that we're creating such nice chances and we're getting to nice areas. But how are we not winning this game by 3 goals minimum? Maybe that's being nice. That's being, that's being a little bit, less harsh. It could have been 10. It genuinely could have been 10. We had so many good chances. We should be winning this game. Yeah, they just gotta put the finishing touch now. I don't really think there's too much to complain about anywhere else on our pitch. But this ball is not ending up in the back of the net. I guess they extended to Friday night. If you're talking about EuroLeague, yeah, maybe. NBA, I don't know. Don't know. How is it for fans though? Like, how do fans? Maybe is like home games in NBA that maybe that's so vital important. Then because I'm just thinking if you like an NBA away fan, it's not like in England or football where it's far and stuff, but you travel far in America or even Canada to the bottom of America, wherever it may. That's further than what we would do for football. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oof. Fan traveling could be so rough. There'll of course be games where it's not so bad because they'll be closer to each other. But I think if that day you play the guy or the team on the complete other end of the country, long day, man. Oh shit. I need to resume the timer. Yeah, we're just a couple seconds behind on the clock now, chat. Here comes Girona. Oh, Militao's backside coming in clutch. Oh god, just hit it straight up. How's your touch, Brahim? Not magnetic. Play goes on. Girona continues. But yeah, chat, that's basically my 45-ish minutes or my 45-minute podcast of my basketball journey. And surely this is a goal. Huh? Bellingham? Guys, what are we doing? Vinny does so well, yeah? And I was just confused why we just didn't shoot. Or yeah, why didn't we shoot earlier? Oh my god! What the hell are we doing? They don't travel and they don't have fan clubs. They eat and do what the announcers say. True. But in the game, they make the vibe so good, 2K, but maybe this is also, 2K makes the atmosphere in the NBA stadiums so hectic, like, yo, because fans are so close, compact. They don't have the sizes of football stadiums, of course. They'll never have that, but because they are big stadiums and fans are close or whatever, and it's like close, everything, like the noises while in the game and stuff is so crazy. And like they like that. They like making it more of a spectacle than caring about the actual sport itself, to be fair. They gotta have it, they gotta ruin it some way, they gotta ruin it in the American way somehow. They might have that nice sport. Like I said, I give basketball as a sport its flowers, but they've got to ruin it in some way. Why lie though? If we had the opportunity, we'd do the same. Let's not lie. We're going for the marbles. Give me some hot dogs. Do they sell beer? Why do I feel like I've never seen? I feel like I only see sodas. I don't know if alcohol is a thing. They just give. I'm sure they. Why would they not be? Why would it not be? I just never see it, I guess. But yeah, get a couple of drinks. Get me like 4 hot dogs, 2 burgers, 2 corn dogs, large fries, and a shake or soda. A large shake and soda. Because I don't know if there's alcohol. And I'll be there. While stuffing the 3rd hot dog in my mouth, I'll be there. Defense! Defense! For example, Lakers are from Minnesota, and the owners can move clubs where they want. Oh, all that thought, though. Oh, Fede should have shot! I want to cry. I want to cry. How my team so that? How are we not winning? Vinicius! This ball will go in the back of the net one day. One day this ball will go into the back of the net, chat. Surely. Surely within these next 45 minutes, this ball is going to go into the back of the net for us. It'll be the most Real Madrid thing ever to lose this game, It would be hilarious. Because we don't deserve to lose. We should genuinely be winning 10-0. Ay. Hard to be a fan like here in Europe where you can move... Hard to be a fan like here in Europe where you could move Bayern to England or to another city and get more money. What a goal! Fede! Fede! Captain, my captain. I say it every time when he scores. That's my go-to reaction, chat. But he is Captain Fede Valverde. What an absolute banger! Yet again, he only knows how to score bangers. Now save that. Hearts to you too, Fede. Save that for Bayern, because we need that shot to go past Neuer midweek. What a lad! What a boy! What a man! What a goal! Oh, it's actually so shit, actually. And in terms of Valverde standards, this is one of the worst ones. Keepers had a stinker, I can't lie. This should be saved. Oh, man. Oh, the keepers had a howler, I can't lie, bro. I know Valverde can hit them hard. But that's probably one of Valverde's worst shots. And is actually allowed it to go in. Lol. Goalkeeper mistake, I agree. It's not your typical Valverde rocket unsavable shot. That's very much safe. Well, I don't know what the keeper's doing. I don't know what Gazaniga's doing. Oh well. It's the lead we deserve, alright? It's the lead we deserve. But yeah, I guess you're right. I don't know, I just like, when it comes to the European, or like football in general, like football's got such a... I mean, nothing I was going to say would be breaking news or something new, but like, football is the biggest sport in the world for a reason. It's so easily accessible. I think it's still quite easy to understand compared to how other sports can be. And because there's such like a I don't know, the culture in football is just, it's so, it's like you feel like a family, it's like a family. It's like a it's like a part of life if you're a football fan. It sticks with you. It's like it's a part of, like when your team loses something, it can ruin your day. It can ruin your day. Genuinely, it's like, it got history. Yeah, that's the thing. It got history. It got a lot of good history, football. But that's like with America. Like, what would you do to make it more interesting? Would it be better if America? Because America's so massive. How would you make NBA or basketball more digestible? Because the sport is good. Oh, there should be two. Florentino Perez. Put me a striker for Real Madrid instead of Mbappe. I swear to God, I'll outscore him. I swear to God, I'll outscore this guy. This guy has the stat pad penalties and stat padding against shit team. I'm telling you, me as a striker, my brain itself, I'll score more goals than him. I'm convinced. This is where my ego is too much. Oh, here we go. That should be two. That should be two. I'm done. I can't watch anymore. I can't do this to myself. I cannot do this to myself. This man is not a striker. Oh, he's so bad. If this was against Bayern, I'm gonna play NBA. Where's my controller? I can't do this to myself anymore. Should have been watching 20-0. We should have broken the record for most goals in a game. Generally. What the fuck? Back and watching ass. Oh, I've fucking broken my headset. My headset is so broken that there's levels to brokenness now. Not just the padding. The padding is so fucked. It works fantastically. It's a lovely headset otherwise, but it needs new padding. Dare I say now it should be two? Or we're going to mess up this counter as well? Good run, Bellingham. Can we have a second goal? Nope. Fair enough. It's there to sell ads. True. It's close. It's closed league and too many games. I think so. That's what I'm saying. Like I was to make it more digestible. But no, I don't want to buy it because this headset is so expensive. What I need to buy is they sell the padding. They sell the padding. They sell the things that are actually broken in the headset. They sell that. So I just need to buy the padding and then change the broken one. Yeah, because the headset itself works fantastically. There's nothing wrong with it other than this. Audio and everything is fantastic still, but yeah. I actually need to buy. I need to place the order. Actually, I need to stop forgetting. Vinny, at some point, just somebody shoot Militao. Why is Militao there? When I said somebody shoot, I was hoping that guy on the right was not Militao. Nah, man. Nah. This game is not real. Vinny, stop shooting your post. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. Can we stop shooting your post? No. This is a social experiment. This must be a social experiment, It's driving me mad. Thank God this isn't Bayern, I think if this was again, I'd be losing my I'd be tying my legs to the ceiling and watching it upside down, to punish myself. I can't do this. I can't do it, man. But yeah. And because America is so big, I mean, there's so many states. If you took out the Canadian teams, how many Canadian teams are in the NBA? That we need to find out that. Because Canada is not really, it's not United States. It's Canada is a country by itself, so you could take them out. Let's just say you took them out to manage the problem that is too many games, right? It's just too many. There is just too many states. America is just too big. That's the problem. I don't know how they can fix. They can't really fix it. It's too big. There's too many states. There's too many like cities and things. I think now just one. What? That can't be true. Only one Canadian team. What, the Raptors? Can't be. Oh my god. Somebody shoot from the halfway line. Somebody shoot from the halfway line. Oh. There was no goalkeeper in the fucking post, and we had the ball in possession. There was an open net. Where's Goulet when we need him? Huh? Where's Goulet when we need him? Why did we try pass when there was no goalkeeper in the back of the net? Is Raptors the only... That can't be right. That feels so wrong. The only Canadian team in the NBA is the Raptors. Was it always like that? I thought there were a couple of Canadian teams for some reason. Brother, it's not a classic keeper performance, bro. We have stat pad. You see, that's what happened. This is our problem. Now we're feeding egos. The keeper hasn't had a great game. We have P-roll shots, and we have literally squandered every single chance. I think the second one, they moved to the USA. No, but I'm saying based. Are they not based in Canada? How? I'm actually not sure how it works. Like I said before. Let's see. Oh, typed in ho. How many Canadian teams? Yeah, only one. Wow. Only the Raptors. Shit. Oh, that is a problem then. Shot over the bar from Girona. Oh yeah, so Vancouver Grizzlies, the only other Canadian NBA franchise, and that moved to Memphis. Yeah, there's just too many. You see that? This is the problem. You're gonna have to like break America. And I know that they have East and West or whatever, but Vinny, hold that thought. Keep going, Vinny. Keep going. Okay, fine. Lovely little tick. Oh my word, Mbappe. Mbappe has just kicked the ball out of the Bernabeu and into my backyard. Owners can do whatever they want. Shh. Now let's look at this. Let's get a map of the United States of America. Let's get a map, yeah. No, I do not want to buy a map of the states. Why would I want to do that? Lamar, close him down, close him down! I literally said, close him down. I literally said, close him down. Nobody does it. Nobody listens. And we concede a banger. Oh my god. From what we should be winning 20-0, it is 1-1. It should be 20-0, and it's 1-1. I can't be asked. It's depressing, It's goddamn depressing watching this damn team. Anyways, back to trying to fix the NBA. Washington, Montana, California, Arizona, Montana, Dakota. NBA teams based on US states. So all the NBA teams are based on a state, right? So it works like that, right? Like Manchester United. I mean, Manchester will have two men. Oh, no, that's not even correct. What I was about to say, because of course there's other things like whatever Salford, whatever I think also there. So that won't even work. But it's state based, right? NBA teams are supposed to be state based. Like if you are, for example, let's say if you are Washington, Washington are not Washington is not allowed to have two teams, right? You can't have two Washington State NBA teams. I might be wrong though. I'm asking. I think Boston is the most Europe-like club in the USA. Boston. I don't know much about it, really. I know Boston, but yes, you can have. You mean one? You're saying yes, you can. You can only have one per state. I'm guessing. I'm just trying to understand it from that point of view, right? Before I continue. California have many clubs. You see, but like, why then? Oh yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, I didn't think. Obviously, California will have because you can have more. Oh my god. See, I feel like there needs to be no, but then again, would you know? There needs to be some sort of. You know, actually, what needs to happen? They just need to adopt the football thing, right? Relegation, starting multiple leagues and relegation, relegation promotion, vibes, fantastic. Move on with life. Let's end it there. That's how we fix it. Okay, that's how we fix the constant need for too many games. It becomes more digestible. You have your super competitive teams. The only thing I want them to keep the draft. I think the draft system is fantastic in the NBA. It's really good. Like I like the idea of the struggling teams are always there, to try to build up because that always makes it a little bit spicy. I'm not saying that you can't sign players or buy players or whatever. That's fine. But the draft system, I like the draft system. I like the way that works. Yes, that's what I'm saying. And no switching clubs to different states. Yeah. I guess if we think about it, why would you switch? If you're an owner of an NBA team, why would you switch straight? It can only be for money. Or a city. It can only be for money. Like in theory, if you let's say what's a small Wisconsin, I don't know, right? Wisconsin, if you're an owner of an NBA team, sure, the people of Wisconsin, I might be wrong, maybe they're loyal people, but the people of Wisconsin is not going to generate the same amount of revenue as if you moved to New York, I would assume, for example. So it has to be purely a financial thing. And well, of course, I mean, they're the owners and the business people at heart for a reason. So that I think is going to be hard to try stop in the NBA. But I think the league system and having the multiple leagues and relegation and promotion, just like in any other established football institution, would solve that problem big time. It would make it a lot more digestible then. How many people will be in the top league, for example? I don't know. That's up for debate, I guess. Because right now, watching 82 games, whatever, in an NBA season is, I'll tell you right now, ain't nobody fucking gonna, sure, nobody gonna, I think even some of the hardcore, there's no way they're watching all 82. Surely not. Surely not, right? Surely not. I just don't know why I don't back it, man. I don't back it. I say that, but if Bayern played 82 games a season, you'd watch it. If Real Madrid played 82 games a season, would I watch it? Yes. I would, but they got to be meaningful. Like there'd be so much. There's too many dead rubber things, and that's why you get that boring game or the pointless games. They don't mean anything, because they don't necessarily always care about the league either. in the NBA. So it's always about the players who are winning winning it from there. So Mbappe, pass one, pass two, wins the corner. Unless game one away and one home game again. Yeah, I thought that was I thought that was how they did it anyways. The fact that it's not like that already is a problem. Like that also then, if they're not doing that already, that has to be a thing. I'm sorry. Like, why are we playing? You telling me we're playing Miami Heats 4 times at home and 4 times away, for example? Like, what the hell is that? No, 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 no. One at home when we play the Heats and one at the Heats. That's it. End of story. That should be logic for me in my head. That should be logic. Aragule, why not? With his right foot to shot block though. Let's see, right? How many times do NBA teams play one specific team? So NBA teams play a specific opponent 2, 3, or 4 times during the 82 game regular season. Nah, that's such bullshit. Like that is insane. That is so pointless to me. That is so pointless and meaningless. Why? Why? Oh, nice pass. Mbappe will find a little pocket of space. Might be a penalty. Not the biggest claim from Mbappe. Might have went down too easily though. So what I said, depending on conference and division alignment. Generally, teams play division rivals 4 times. Other conference teams 3 to 4 times, and teams from the opposite conference 2 times. Then why? Why? See, that's pointless. That really is pointless. I can't lie. So that they need to change as well. So we have immediately, right? If we created the league system with relegation promotion, and we made it only you play the opposition home and away, we've arguably, like, let's just say just home and away already. That's you're taking away. Oh, this is math that I cannot do. This is math I cannot do. No, I can't do this. I just have to think about it differently. So there are how many teams in the NBA? How many teams in the NBA? Let's just see this quickly. So there are 30 teams. There are 30 teams. So excluding yourself, you'll play 29 people, right? 29 times 2 is 58. So already from 83 games, we have narrowed it down to 58, right? So now we got 58 games. That's already a lot better. And that's just so far, that's not doing the league system. That's including everybody in the NBA currently, but only making it a home and away and one league type of system here, right? Once says, let's say after New Year and special after All-Star, they start playing more intense. Before that, it's like training. It's like a training league. 58 is fine. Yeah, I don't think 58 is that bad. Because then it's like one and away. Like if you play Heats home and away, you gotta make it count. And I think they need one. I don't like then don't split them. Like, I guess it's nice and Americans like it, like, the East and the West or whatever, North and the South, whatever bullshit it is. I know that means something there, but like, let's try and modernize it. Let's make it a little bit more European. I sound like such a hypocrite. I'm trying to make an American sport European or more digestible to all. But this is why they're not global, this is why it isn't global. This is why it's stuck to America, I guess. But we could make it big time. You gotta take the risk. You gotta have a risk. Let's make it digestible to all walks of life in this earth. Vinny blasted the ball into Ibrahim's backside. Nice one. So you make it one league, united, so you get your league champion, and then fuck it, let's make the Champions League vibe again, so you get that kind of cup feeling as well. So the team that is the most consistent over this 58 game period gets rewarded with an absolute massive trophy, because that's massive. If you are the most consistent basketball team in a 58 game season, that is incredible. I would say personally, that's like if let's just use Miami Heat for example. If Miami Heat won 50 out of 58 games and they win the league, I feel like that's an incredible achievement. It's something like, wow, you can get behind, you can get invested in as a viewer. Fair. then you have your cup competition, of course. You can, I guess they keep it to whatever the playoff system, they make it their way. I don't really understand it that way, but you can do it that way. And it's kind of the Champions League. And that works, actually. Then you don't even need the relegation then. Just by making it a one home and away game, it's already so much more digestible as a sport. Uh-oh. Girona tried to do a Travella. They're never going to score that, though. Yes, then you would need to play a whole season. Yeah. I think then it's good. Because then it's like that's how you make every league game mean something, you know? Until, like, you know, obviously you get to the point where it's like, not. But then the way you fix it in the league, you kind of make a qualification. So let's say there's 30 NBA teams, right? Let's say top 16. Wait, hold on. Let me do some math here. So it'd be 15 excluding you. Play that kid. Let's say top 16. Top 16 out of the 30, which is quite generous. That's half. Oh, just over half. 1 over half. Top 16 get to oh, no. What we can do, no, let's keep it 16. Top 16 can qualify for the Champions League. You know, let's just say the Champions League in quotation marks. So that way it's like, even when we get to the point of the season where you don't necessarily win the league, you're still fighting for qualification. Although then it's like, it might be a bit too relaxed still, though. How do you keep it competitive? Because, like, if you're comfortably sitting in 8th, I guess it's kind of meaningless. But, you know, the mistakes could happen. And basketball is very at times with results. So it could work. But yeah, make the 16 people, top 16, qualify for the Champions League or whatever. You can do the other 16 for having a Europa League. Not really. Nobody would really care about the bottom 16, though. I'm in the bottom, whatever it would be, what, 14. I guess nobody would really care about that one. But there's, you know what I'm saying? There's this idea. This is just us quick brainstorming in like 15 minutes, you know. But already it's a little, I think it's digestible. The only thing that'll be hard, and what you'll need to do, and what Premier League and football does so well, is that, well, I thought Girona, get that ball, nice. Oh, it's not out of danger. It's not out of danger. Wide, over the bar. 15 minutes left, lads. We were supposed to be winning this game 2-0, and we're drawing 1-1. I can't believe it. They have now a cup games, but inside regular game. Yeah, I know that it's weird, right? I don't know how the system works per se. But even like the playoff things, I know what happens, and that's like the big deal. And it's like, what, the top 7 teams or something that qualify for playoffs? I don't know how that works. It's something like that. It's just kind of, yeah, it's just weird. It's very weird and not understandable. So like I was saying, the only problem is, let's just say after all the changes we made, which is now, we've now made basketball more digestible, more easy to watch and try to keep up with. The only problem is, which is an easy fix, they just can't be lazy. And just some marketing and planning has to go into it. And it's like I was saying, what football does so well, especially Premier League. Especially Premier League does so well. And of course, Premier League's fucking financial backing, viewership, everything is, they're the top dogs, you know, obviously, in that regard. But what football does well is that if you and the minority that don't watch football, or like, you know, have no clue what's happening in football, the things that they have, and I know NBA has, like, you know, they have the pre-shows, post-shows, whatever, but even when you watch them, they don't make it necessarily understandable. Whereas, like, you know, when the World Cup is around, or you see like the new Premier League season is about to start, or a new La Liga season, and you get the build up, and you get the pre-shows, and you get the post-shows, and the way they explain, like, you know, I feel like if you knew nothing about football, over time, it's a lot quicker to like understand and grasp. There's the few niche things that you'll only really understand after watching a lot more football, I guess. But instantly, it's like You can know what's going on. You're like, there's one net, there's the other net. Same like basketball. Try to get it in the nets. Vibes. But then, if it goes out to play, vibes, both scenarios, it's out, right? Opposition ball. But in basketball, there's a lot more tiny rules that matter compared to the greater scheme and bigger picture of a flowing football game. Like a football game can flow, and don't necessarily have to experience some niche rules or understanding to watch it. But the NBA, you kind of do have to understand, like when you the half court rules, the traveling. Not that you really see traveling too much in professional level, but it happens. Shot fouling, the shot clock, the quarters. It's like personal fouls, illegal screens, off the ball. It's a lot to take in, and like even as someone who knows that these things exist and have played the sport, I put my hands up. I still don't know what the fuck sometimes things I'm like, oh, I get myself being like, what the fuck was that happen? What's the point? Or what just happened? So that is going to be hard. That's going to be hard. It's like if you've never played chess before, you know? I mean, once you get the hang of it, chess again, it becomes a simple thing. But my word, to get to understand it from the beginning, woof, it is complicated. They do draw, and 4 games count as cup games, and if you first you go to the final 4. Is that for wait? That's for the cup. That's not for the playoffs, right? That's for the cup specifically that they've added now. I can't. We need to see how the playoffs work. That's the one I'm trying to figure out how that works. That's why here in Europe was a problem with Madrid wanted Super League, and that would be close competition. We don't want USA for no, but that's why the Super League was so heavily protested against. Like, none of us wanted it. I think it would have been so bad for football. The Super League would have been so bad. Even something like the Champions, just like the Champions League is our Super League. Like, and even now, I don't necessarily like the new Champions League format because of the league thing. I much preferred the old group stages, and like it was so much like action. Like every single Champions League game mattered so much. That's why I love. That's why it's my favorite. Whereas now with the league thing, I'm like, it's like, do we really care? I mean, yeah, people get automatic qualifications. Yeah, you maybe get that seed advantage. You call it an advantage. But when you get the other good teams who are half-assing it, like Real Madrid, who don't get the auto qualification, you could finish at a high seed, and then boom, because Real Madrid was playing relaxed, now you're facing Real Madrid at the serious time of the competition. You don't want that. You know, so I don't know, man. Champions League was it was, that was it. You never needed to change it. Corner straight to the keeper. Oh, he doesn't catch it, though. He should have caught that. Fede, how about doing something special? No? Vinicius. Oh, lovely. Damn it. It was lovely. And then it seemed like his brain stopped working. Super League was badly intended. It was more intended just for. You know what? If I'm also honest with you, know what the Super League was also? It was teams low key being jealous of the Premier League revenue. I can't lie. It is also part of that. They were like, they want demand, they want revenue money like that. They're like, guys, if we force everyone to be one, then everyone's forced to watch one thing, and now we all have to share everybody's revenue together. Which is like, I haven't morally not right. Not right. Let people, people still have what's the word? Americans are what's the word? Starts with a P. Americans are oh my god, what's the word? Patriot. Yeah, people still be patriot. Like, English fans love it. If you're a German fan, you love it. If you're a Spanish fan, you love it. If you're from Africa, I mean, obviously we have a big English following, but you get to it's not like it's inaccessible. If you're from England or whatever, doesn't mean you can't watch La Liga. And if you're Spanish, doesn't mean you can't watch. It's like it's so digestible. but you can still be patriotic. Like us, South African has a local league. I could watch PSL. I could be a PSL. I could support a PSL team. I could back one. Doesn't mean I have to stop loving Real Madrid or being Real Madrid my favorite. Mbappe. Oh. Lads, it ain't gonna happen, man. I'm convinced. It ain't. This ball is not gonna end up in the back of the net. I'm convinced. What is this camera angle? Why am I looking at people's shoes? That cameraman should be fired. That's the worst camera angle cut I've ever seen. I think they did it to satisfy Madrid and a few other clubs that won. Yeah, it's like, the Real Madrid, the bar. It's just like, it's because financially it would have worked. It would have been tremendous. It would have been tremendous for them. It was like, how can we get the biggest clubs in the world, but people to be so addicted to it to like a Premier League level? That's what it's like. How can we, like, I know Bayern wasn't like pushing for it or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, Bayern, because it's such a big club, it's like, how do we get those teams and bring in that fucking addiction that Premier League brings to so many other global fans? But it wouldn't have been natural. It wouldn't have been natural. It would have been forced because if it happened, nobody had a choice. Bayern fans, Madrid fans, nobody has a choice. We're all forced to watch one thing, And maybe the new generation would have got into it because they would have grown up only knowing that. But it would have been wrong. Would have been wrong. It's great to see small club story to win or go far, and big clubs to second league. Like, are we still considering Tottenham a big team? But yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I always liked football. Is like, it doesn't need too much. It's such a great sport and the biggest sport for a reason. We've got the recipe here, lads. We've got the recipe. Champions League was great. I think only thing that needs to be tweaked is certain rule stuff, like and technology, like VAR, if used correctly, nice. We always technically wanted that. Vibes. Maybe referee mics, which Premier League starts to do now. So refereeing decisions. Fair enough. They still shit, but happy days. Maybe you tweak the offside rule here and there just to freshen things up. Maybe maybe for 5 seasons we give the offside rule in the benefit for the attacker, so we get some nice attacking football for 5 seasons, and the next 5 years you make it that harsh rule where it's like, if your fingernail is offside, you're offside. That's life. But in the other 5 years, what I always say is, if there's a part of your body that contributed to you scoring the goal is offside. But I hate it where it is now, the offside rule. Whereas, like, I always use the example. As a striker, I am pointing to where I want the ball, right? Or my head is around the defender because I need to see where the ball is coming from my teammate in an attacking sense. Now, because I am pointing, my arm has got nothing to do with me beating the defender then and going to score the goal. But because I pointed, or because I looked like this, and it had nothing to do with me scoring the actual goal, it's offside. I don't like that. Oh, Mbappe, good touch, bad shot. And then Carvajal's put it over the bar. Honestly, I feel like the Real Madrid players also are half-assing it. Yeah, I can't lie. I know the intention. I'm looking at creativity. I am looking at chances being created. Yeah, but this lack of killing this team off is not here today. It's not here. Ay. And they have the 50+1 rule where fans do have some words. Yes, Bayern are good like that. I feel like every football club you can never turn your back on the fan. At the end of the day, the people that fund you, the reason why Vinny, Harry Kane, why did I forget bad squad? Let's say company are below. The reason why you guys all live in mansions, why you guys have Ferraris, BMWs, private chefs, private jets, Louis Vuitton jackets, it's because of us. You bastards, you ungrateful bastards. So you can never turn your back on France. Mbappe, no penalty that time. A lot bigger claim from more of the fans, to be fair. Mbappe has gone down holding his face. I'm sure they'll have a look at it, although I don't think it was a penalty. It didn't look like a penalty. He's still on the floor, you know. This guy's taking the piss. Mbappe's taking the piss. He's really trying for that penalty, yeah? He's really trying for this penalty. Don't know who's getting a yellow card. Or Rincon. I thought he was giving a yellow card for Mbappe because he was still on the floor. Alright, let's have a look. Mbappe, you better have been punched in the face here, brother. Mbappe, you better have been punched in the face. Nah, man. That's never a penalty. I mean, this is never a penalty, man. I mean, he does get an elbow in the face, but like, I don't think he means it. I don't think the defender means it. A lot of commotion at the moment. And that's the thing, you know, I actually think that's a big part of the problem, like, you know, with this modern crop of footballers that come in. I feel like there's too much entitlement, you know, because they're now professional football, they got to the stage. I feel like there's way too much like, you know, where someone like Ronaldo, like as much as he's got everything and more in life, the one thing about Ronaldo is that every single time Ronaldo steps on that pitch, he will give everything. He will play it as if it's his first and last game ever, you know. He lives and he breathes the sport. And he'll never take it for granted. Even though, like, you know, I just think, again, United old team, you know, just it's pure footballing professionals that also had the enjoyment and the understanding about what it's about. Whereas, like, these new players, first of all, they're ass. They're nowhere near as talented. They're nowhere near as hardworking. They're overpaid for less. They're overpaid. There are players that are getting paid maybe 10 times more than what a Paul Scholes would have got back in his day. And they are 10 times less of a player than Paul Scholes was, for example. They are pampered. They are so pampered. You got the winner mentality for sure. For sure. Best mentality. Cristiano. He could be 70 years old. In his head, he'll be thinking, I'm sprinting to this ball. He could be walking, but he'll be going as fast as he could at 70 years old to try to get to the end of that ball. And that's why I love him. That's why I love him. Six-minute add-on. We went from that to I'm watching Mbappe, you know, fucking walking back and stuff. You know, it's just like, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Good play, this. Come on then. Come on then. Come on then. Oh. Let's go home, let's call it a day. Let's go home. Let's call it a day, man. It was on the pitch to play game, not on the pitch because I got money. Yeah. It was just the bonus, you know, for Cristiano. But that's also like, if you look at Ronaldo's backstory, I mean, the sacrifices he and his family had to make to get Ronaldo to where he is also to this day. Same like Max, though, you know, like Max, you know how Max would not have had a childhood. If you look at how awful Max's dad was to him, is insane. Same like Lewis had a more of a nurturing dad. But again, Lewis worked his socks off every single day, harder than anybody, to get to where he was. Right? So you look at Lewis and Max as well. But then you can get someone like Lance Stroll, whose dad just buys him the whole Formula One team and just gives him a seat in the team. Yeah, so and that's a modern Formula One driver. I mean, Max is also pretty modern. Max is he's still a youngie in Formula One sense as well. Oh, I don't know if you saw actually, Amansky. I didn't send it on the Discord. I sent it to my dad yesterday though. But GP is leaving. Well, not immediately. But he's gonna leave Red Bull as well. He's got a massive contract from McLaren to do bigger things other than just being a race engineer. He got the blessing and everything from Max's camp and family and stuff. It's actually quite sad, like GP and Max, they're a duo, they're together. But it just leaves the question, that whole the Red Bull team that has achieved everything. Everyone has left or done. It's just not there anymore. So it kind of leaves that question. What's Max's future? What is Max's future gonna be like? Will it be in Formula One with a new team? Will it be retirement from Formula One? Or will it be a break from Formula One? Maybe he'll go do his... Because I don't think Max will ever stop racing. He loves racing and motorsport way too much. Maybe he'll want to go win all these other championships first and then come back, Go win Le Mans, go win the GT3 Nürburgring, go win the GT3 championship. Go win everything else he wants to. And then maybe come back one day. But who knows? Who knows? Anyways, black and a white spot, that's true. I mean, look at that. I mean, the whole grid, it's like, other than Lewis Hamilton, there's no that's what I'm gonna go. God damn it. But yeah, Lewis is the only person really of color there. No, I thought there was... Oh no, I think of some of the Asian drivers. But yeah, it's not diverse. It is not diverse. And motorsport is not a cheap thing to get into. Because I tell you what, if my family had the money, I would be a Formula One. I would have been forced into Formula One for sure if my family and parents had the money to do that. Without a doubt, they love the amount of love for motorsport, Formula One in general. I would have been shipped off. Age of 2, I'd have been in a go-kart. So it just makes also Lewis' sacrifices much, much more special. Whereas, Max also had more privilege, but Max was absolutely he was tortured into being a Formula One driver. He was tortured. His dad was like, I'm going to make you into an absolute demon, or I'm going to put you in the ground. I brought you into... He took it... when your parents always say, I'm the one who brought you into this world, I'll take you. When your mom says that. But in this terms, it was Max's dad, and he meant it literally. It was like, you're going to be a Formula One driver, or I'm taking you out of this one. Full-time chat. Listen, man. In the greater scheme of things, it doesn't necessarily matter, because the league is done. And it's been an absolute shocking display of a La Liga campaign for Real Madrid. What is concerning is that we had about 1 billion chances and we didn't score more than one. We should have scored 100,000 goals in that game. I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean. And then we concede the most cheap fucking goal the whole night because we were too lazy to go close the man down. Not for the first time that season. That just sums up the league season in general for Real Madrid. That game sums it up. You could be as good as you want, really. Don't take your chances. Half convincing attitude and dedication, work rate and everything. Concede a sloppy goal because, again, you are lazy. you're lazy, you are not concentrated, and you're taking things for granted. And then you don't get 3 points. And over a course of 38 games in a season or whatever, you got to be consistent and you got to show up every week. It's supposed to be your bread and butter. You're supposed to be dominating, playing great football in the league, and then using that every week as sort of your, I don't say practice because the league is important, but as your bread, that's what I said, as your bread and butter, so that when you face teams in the Champions League, when you face a Bayern, the Cities, whatever, you bring all of that consistency, all of that consistent good performances, and you make them count and you beat the big teams in the Champions League where it matters more. However, what we do is, because we have this half-assed attitude and this 50% work rate, we don't care. And then when it comes to Champions League, because it's the Champions League and because it's Bayern and because it's City or whatever, and it's because it's the competition everybody wants to win, then we try to switch it on. But because we don't have the practice and the execution and the dedication over a course of 38 games in a season, it's a coin flip to see whether or not we will beat a City or we'll lose to a City. Whether we'll beat a Bayern or we'll lose to a Bayern. Because we can't trust it. We haven't seen enough clear evidence of proof and consistency over a larger span of time for you to just be able to flip that switch on and do it, you know? Because what should happen is you need to build consistency. Maybe you win the games where you don't necessarily play well. Fine. That's always the most important thing as well. Winning games when you're not necessarily playing well. But when you get that extra motivation because you are now playing Bayern Munich on that day and it's not Girona, and because you have been consistent, when you switch it on and you lock in, that's when you get the best version of you, and that's when you have to be the best version of you, and that's when you should be consistently starting to win those games and winning a Champions League. Whereas us, we are not doing that. So we literally rely on trying to flick that switch on when it's needed and when it's last chance saloon. And because we, like I said, because we don't have the practice and consistency and know what it takes over this course of the season, it becomes more of pull Mbappe, Vini, or some Valverde, whatever, do something special and bail us out. And that's not the way I want it. What I want it is always good team performance, absolute monster consistency. And on those games, when you are playing a Bayern, because they're a good side, or you are playing a Barcelona or whatever in the Champions League, and you are struggling, you know, the game plan isn't working, your system isn't working. And it's not necessarily because we are playing badly. It's because Bayern are also a good team, Barcelona also a good team, whatever, wherever it is, City, whatever is a good team, and they are capable of, you know, stopping those type of changes or patterns of play. That's when you need a special moment from a Vini. That's when you need your special moment from Mbappe. That's when you get those players and you're like, go do your thing, bro. Go do it. Today is the time you need to do your thing because nothing else is working. The game plan isn't working. So Vinny, why not run through 5 players and whoop that ball top right corner? Valverde, why not hit the ball from 30 yards and try to put it in the top right? Those are the days we need it. Whereas us now, we only seem to know how to win games in that moment. We every game we'd be like, I hope Vinny does a run past 5 players and puts it top right hand corner. I hope Mbappe cuts in and shoots. I hope Valverde hits a screamer from 30 yards. Every game, no system, no plan, just vibes. I hate it. But it is what it is. We just need to finish the year on Madrid on Wednesday night. Very true. You never know with us. With us, you can't trust us, man. You can't trust us. But anyways, yeah, put us out of our misery. Put me on vacation from Real Madrid watch-alongs for the season. I mean, I won't. I'll still watch all the games and do the watch-alongs, but still. You know what I mean. Anyways, chat. It was a good chat. It was a good conversation. It was a good talk. I enjoyed it. Other than the football and my team not winning the game, I enjoyed the stream thoroughly. I can't lie. I really enjoyed the stream today. Like I said, tomorrow I want there to be a Monster Hunter stream, but there might not be. Then Sunday there'll probably be a game stream, and then depending on Arsenal tomorrow, we'll see how I'm feeling about doing City Chelsea. I think that's the Sunday game. But yeah, there'll be 2 streams on Sunday. So yeah, maybe nothing tomorrow, but 2 streams on Sunday, chat. That is the plan. Anyways, let me get my members, yeah. As always, chat, thank you all very much for coming to stream and spending some time with me. I highly appreciate it as always. Shout out my members Amansky, Shayla, Nimisha, Rishi, Matari, Amansky again, BXS, Rahul, Martin, Xander, Mad Devil, Damo, Lily Knights, Gary Sim, KLM Pace, JD, Zed Money, Rainmaker, Sainted Whisper, Juice, Falcon Shield, Evil Guardian, Mojo, Walter, Mike, and God's Gift for their support. Remember, chat, if you guys are new to the channel, do remember to smash a like. Do subscribe if you guys are new. Amansky says, yeah, me too, and I enjoy the football. True. If you didn't. I know you enjoyed the football. I mean, you know, it's I never like saying this about anyone. I just feel like fans should never say this. Even if you support an absolute 8th division side, don't ever say this, you know? Don't ever it's competitive sport for a reason, you know? Yeah, we played well in terms of, you know, we should have won that game tonight. But it doesn't fucking matter now, does it? It doesn't fucking matter. Because we didn't win it. So I don't care. I don't care. We had a billion chances to put that game to bed. They didn't take a single one of them. And they paid for it. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. But anyway, chat, have a good Friday. Have a good weekend. I should see you guys tomorrow. But in case I don't, like I said, Sunday, assuming power and Wi-Fi willing, we'll be back with a double stream. But yeah, chat, good night. Amansky, have a good evening, brother. We'll continue our NBA talk one day again, and we will, us two men, we can write up a document or an email. We send it to the NBA, get completely ignored, but at least we know we can then know we tried. We tried. But yeah, chat, have a good evening. Later. I shall see you soon. Goodbye.